fantasy horror film. The titular character, the Golem, is played by Paul Wegener, who directed the film alongside Carl Bosi. Bosi's career outside of the film and how he came into the world is rather unspectacular. His most popular contribution to film history is The 11 Devils 1927, which nearly nobody has seen. But it does have the distinction of being the first soccer movie. The same thing can be said for the other member of the director tandem, as he is also only remembered for the Golem. The Golem, how he came into the world, has the distinction of being the first horror prequel. Yeah, The Golem, how he came into the world is a horror film and a prequel. There are 3 total movies in the Golem film series. The Golem, how he came into the world is the 3rd film in the series. The first movie in the series is The Golem, 1915, followed by The Golem and the Dancing Girl, 1917. The Golem, 1915, is supposedly similar to The Golem, how he came into the world, but The Golem and the Dancing Girl was supposedly a meta-horror film, which had a woman who watched The Golem, 1915, buy the prop of the Golem, the character from The Golem, 1915, but then the Golem would come to life in comedic situations. The Golem and the Dancing Girl was the first horror comedy of all time. Why am I saying was, and supposedly? Well, the thing is, The Golem 1915 and The Golem and the Dancing Girl are both lost to time. Only 4 minutes of The Golem 1915 are known to exist. And The Golem and the Dancing Girl 1917 is considered completely lost, for now at least. With all that out of the way, it's time to learn how the Golem came into the world. Picture this, it's the 16th century, a rundown Jewish ghetto closed off to the neighboring neighborhoods by a large brick wall. An astronomer looks out to the stars and reads the constellations. It reads, impending doom for the ghetto. The astronomer runs into town to warn others. A solution is needed. The astronomer is Rabbi Lowe, played by Albert Steenrock. Long story short, Rabbi Lowe is also a sorcerer. The rabbi creates a golem out of clay through sorcery. The golem came into the world. The golem, now a sentient creature, saves people, earns the ghetto's trust. That is until the golem goes wacky mode. The golem sets a palace ablaze. I knew something was off about this golem, but I didn't take him to be an arsonist. As bundles of citizens rush out the palace, the golem snatches up one and carries the man to the very top of the palace and throws the man off the sky-high palace. Splat! The golem leaves the scene and traverses the ghetto, leaving a path of destruction. The golem comes upon a small group of children. They all run, except for one little girl. The golem approaches the girl. The girl, unbeknownst to her, is in grave danger. The golem has killed, and he seemingly is prepared to do so again. The golem reaches down to the girl. The girl, confused but yet curious of the golem, sees a flower-like shape on the golem's chest area. The girl takes the flower-like shape out from the golem's chest area. The golem, he stopped. That's it. The amulet is the source of the golem's power. The golem drops unconscious. The girl runs away, oblivious. The astronomer, his reading of impending doom from the constellation was his creation. In his attempt to save the ghetto from impending doom, the golem, he created the doom, the golem. Nonetheless, the ghetto was saved. The Star of David gleams atop the ghetto. Finn. Okay, so that's what happens in the movie. But what is my opinion of the movie? Right off the bat, the thing that stands out most is the practical effects. The effects are miles ahead of anything else at the time. Miles. There are multiple exhibitions of incredible practical effects in the movie. The golem coming to life in one continuous shot to the words and smoke expelling out of the large demon-like creature's mouth. Yeah, that happens. I can say with confidence that the golem, how he came into the world, has the best fantastical effects of any movie that came out in the 1920s. And it came out in 1920! Watching this in a theater in 1920 would have been earth-shattering. Nothing previous was even in the same realm of in terms of putting the audience into a world of the otherworldly. Let's talk about the set design. The set design really sticks out to me. The elaborate Victorian-esque designs are very cool. They are akin to the set dressing done in the cabinet of Dr. Caligari, which also released in 1920. Another cool visual detail is the changing colors. Wegener and Bossi put colored filters over the film to create an array of color over the frames. Purple, yellow, orange, red, blue, green, and more. It makes every shot more interesting in contrast to the black and white shots. Now, let's talk characters. The star of the show is the Golem. Wegener stole every scene he was in. Wegener gained 70 pounds to play the role of the Golem. Wegener towers above the citizens of the ghetto at a monstrous 6 foot 6 inches tall, signifying the power he holds over them. They are at his mercy. Let us not forget the backbone of the movie, Rabbi Lowe, played by Albert Steenruck, plays off the Golem to a great effect. Without Rabbi Lowe, the whole movie falls apart. One of the unsung heroes of the film is cinematographer Karl Freund. Freund shot other classics like Dracula, 1932, All Quiet on the Western Front, 1930, The Last Laugh, Tartuffe, Murders in the Rue Morgue, 1932, Berlin, Symphony of a Great City, Key Largo, and yeah, the dude freaking shot Metropolis. Freund has a clear track record of Alzheimer's. Freund has a liking of the grandiose, and it shows. Great talent. Altogether, Wegener, Bossi, Steenruck, and Freund, this all-star cast and crew truly crafted something special. It goes to show if you have a vision and the right set of people around you, you can accomplish many a thing. I would recommend The Golem, How He Came Into the World, to anyone looking for something different to watch. 6.6 out of 11.
Uh-oh.